I'm here with Johannes Brenner, CEO and co-founder of Kazendi. You guys do digital prototyping. Could you briefly tell us what that means?
Sure. Our aim is to support companies in the innovation process. And obviously, well, innovation at the moment is a very big word. I guess it's an even bigger word in technology. And what we've seen is that a lot of people have brilliant people within the organization. They have great engineers, they have great marketing people, and they have a great product to start with, which obviously is the foundation for any sort of innovation anyway. And I think a lot of companies, they want to improve their product offering further, and we're trying to partner with them and really help them to innovate with the help of technology. And doing that, we use a process called digital prototyping, which is basically very much based on the idea of lean management and pretty much an iteration of an idea. So usually what we do is we start with a goal that a company wants to achieve. It might also be a problem that the company has faced.
So, that's a very broad explanation. Is it any goal or any problem?
It could be any goal. It could be a very sort of, it could be along the lines of a company having an app that no one really downloads, or a website that is there but isn't really used that much, or it could be a very sort of specific technological challenge, and then we are trying to identify technologies that might help to solve that problem.
So your skill set is really in solving problems for people, or helping them achieve goals.
Exactly, yeah.
Now that, as I said, is a very broad thing. Could you give some advice to people who are looking to set a business goal, or if they're trying to define a problem?
What we see a lot of times is that a lot of organizations, they work within certain constraints. That might be financial constraints, that they might be technological constraints, and usually we're trying to think outside the box and really think and work outside of those constraints, and really try to approach the problem with a completely fresh mindset, and as if there wasn't really any sort of anything to consider really. So, and obviously people within the organization will always have to consider those factors. We're trying to kind of push them aside, at least for the time being, and really try to iterate fast, and also, if need be, fail fast, which I think is a very, very important concept. I think a lot of times people are trying to innovate too much along the lines of like they have to find a perfect solution from the outset, and then they identify a solution and they only follow that solution, ignoring other potential solutions altogether.
So when it comes to goal setting, me coming to you and saying, my company needs to make more money, that's not necessarily a useful goal for you guys, because
that might maybe be a bit too broad, I mean, usually it is really based around a specific sort of issue, or it could be a generic goal, but obviously making more money, I guess, is in the nature of everybody's business, so...
What if, say a company who would like your services watches this video, what would be the nicest format for them to set their goal in for you guys, so you can then say, okay, well, we can do this, we can do this pretty quickly, we understand what you want, we understand when you want it, we understand the constraints that you have?
The best way would be to really describe what you want to achieve, and without really providing us with too much information. So a lot of times people will, or companies will not tell us what they have already worked on. So they don't always come to us at the outset. A lot of times they come to us halfway through an existing project, and they've already thought about a couple of ideas, a couple of potential solutions, and but are stuck in one way or another. They've already worked on it for 6 months, they haven't really gotten anywhere, the pressure from higher up keeps building up, and really that's where we're stepping in, and we're just trying to give them a fresh perspective and really kind of bring maybe additional ideas into the frame. And a lot of times those companies don't tell us what they have already worked on, and then at some point we just kind of reference their ideas versus our ideas, and a lot of times we come up with new ideas and then we follow new routes. And again, we're then trying to iterate on those ideas very fast. And again, we're not afraid to fail fast as well, because that gets us to the ultimate goal much quicker.
I'm really interested in